So what is mindfulness, or to be mindful? It's actually something I battled with for a long time to try and wrap my head around and define, and it's actually quite simple. To be mindful is to be full of mind. Now you can relate this to other words, and I want to actually mention something totally unrelated, and maybe it's just me picking up the English language, but the word grateful. Now, when I was a kid, I used to spell grateful Grateful, and it seems to have become Greatful, which would mean that you are full of greatness. But the original spelling that I know meant that you were full of gratitude. So to be mindful is to be full of mind. Now, what does it mean to be full of mind? The word mind itself, mind your step. A childminder, mind your own business. So if you're if I tell you to mind your step, what I'm telling you to do is to focus on where you're stepping, because there may be an obstruction or something you need to be aware of. And what you're then going to do is become mindful of your step, because that's the only thing you're going to focus on is your step. A childminder is somebody who minds a child, and not mine, minder, with a D at the end. And that means to actually focus on the child that they're looking after and their well-being. Mind your own business. If you are minding your own business, you are not paying attention to anybody else's business, because your focus is completely on your own business. So to be mindful is to be full of mind, is to focus on one thing at a time and keep focus on that one thing. So when you're meditating and you're being mindful of your breath, all you're doing is focusing on your breath, and with the exclusion of everything else. And this is probably the main aim of meditation, really, is to become focused on one thing only, to the exclusion of everything else. Anything else that comes in doesn't even get a chance, it just disappears. And so it's about becoming mindful of your breath, about focusing purely only on your breath. If you were to do mindful walking, you would focus purely on the walking, and there would be no other thoughts. You would just be focusing on the walking. So to be mindful, as I say, is to be full of mind, and it means to have one pointed focus on one thing only. And that's it for this week. Just a very short one. I'm probably going to be making some short ones. What I'm going to try and do, as I said, in the previous video, I'm going to probably only do one video a week. But if I can do short videos, then I might add a few more days in. Just little hints and tricks here and there. So anyway, see you in the next one. Thanks, cheers.